Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Monday, November 19th, 2018. That's a strange date. That's once again a very strange date. Why do we have a coffee break episode on Monday? Well, there were a few... Oh snap, this creeper is directly in the direction I have to proceed, so that's not good. Let's get the good old bow out and yeah, do something about this creeper guy. Minecraft once again has its usual freak out, so I hope, alright, I think Minecraft has calmed down, so we can now... Oh, apparently we can't. Well, we're not live yet. Oh, he's coming. Are we live again? Yes. All right, we are back. That's good. So yeah, there were a few little issues that resulted in the outcome that the Sunday episode was never recorded because I wasn't at home at Sunday. I wasn't at home for the entire weekend. Well, I was at home late Sunday evening. Why this has happened, I will tell you over the course of this episode. So stay tuned and watch all the commercials and whatnot. No, yeah, what has happened? Well, on Friday, I had an appointment with my dentist, and nothing special. It was just your standard yearly checkup that all your teeth are still there and that no teeth went missing or so. And yeah, I had this appointment on a Friday because I really like the dentist I have in Berlin. I don't want to change it unless it's really important and necessary, because I do have some problems or so. So in this case, yeah, I don't want to change my dentist. And in this case, I decided to do some home office on Friday. So I drove to Berlin on Thursday evening, and I used the train. I went for the train because I thought, hey, train was quite okay for the last few times. Let's do this again because, yeah, why not? Less stress, everything's fine. And yeah, that's at least what I thought. On Thursday, as you know, paper deadline, stress, lots of work, and so on. We were working until, or at least I stayed until just before 6 p.m. My train left at 7:30 or so. So suddenly I realized, hey, I'm once again in a hurry. I need to rush home, grab something to eat, and then rush to the train station to catch my train. And yeah, so this was where the stress started. Well, not really where the stress started, but I checked the German train service has a mobile app, which is super cool because you can have your ticket there and quite convenient. But as I checked if my train is leaving in time or if there's already a delay or so, the app informed me that the follow-up train, I have to change trains once, and well, the train I have to use then went missing. No, not the train went missing, but the train that originally should have traveled there had some technical issues, mechanical malfunction, something went wrong with that train, so this train never left. They used a backup train, but at the time as I was looking at this thing, the backup train already was delayed by 1 hour. So I thought, okay, that's going to be fun. I'm leaving at 7:30, and the plan was to arrive at Berlin around shortly after 11 p.m. But with 1 hour delay or so, this would have been quite late. But yeah, I had to go. got to the train station, everything's fine, board the train. And as I was on board, I checked and used the app again, and I found out, hey, there's an alternative route. When I just continue for one station with this train I was sitting in, then I would get to a different train, and this follow-up train would arrive in Berlin not much later than I initially would have arrived. So this was great. This was really a great backup. This really saved a lot of time and was quite convenient because I haven't had to wait at a cold train station in the night. So yeah, was okay, was good. Everything worked fine. Everything worked out well. Speaking of work, I continued to work during the travel, which on the one hand might have been good, on the other hand not so good, because no rest phase, and that's always bad. I mean, from time to time you really need to rest, otherwise you just it's mental. It's just mental when you don't rest. So yeah, but okay, use the train ride. Got picked up by my parents. Everything fine, everything great. And next day, as I said, at first the appointment, and then I had a very, very lengthy Skype call with my friend because we are writing this paper together, and so we continued to write this paper, this time via Skype. We were not sitting next to each other, no, this time via Skype. Was quite okay, but was really a lengthy Skype meeting. And I was quite surprised how well it worked to collaboratively write a paper using Skype. So that's cool. That's really nice. And so this was good. After having finished this, yes, right. There's another thing. During the train ride, I received an email from one conference where I submitted a paper to, and they basically give you preliminary reviews, and you have the chance to write a rebuttal or to submit a rebuttal where you can clarify a few things the reviewers have found out. And yeah, I received the reviews, and the best score is 5, the worst score is 1. I had 4 reviewers, I got 3 times 4, so I would argue for accepting this paper, and once the 3. The 3 I got from the oh dear, I'm still a little bit sick, unfortunately. I got the 3 from the primary reviewer, who said, okay, I'm just giving the 3, although everyone else said, hey, that's a good paper, this would be a good contribution, because there were a few issues, and I like to prompt the authors to write a rebuttal. And I thought, okay, that's great, that's fine, that's awesome. Just add more pressure, just put more pressure on me. And this rebuttal has to be submitted until Wednesday, so in librarian. So I guess this guy has they have armorer. These guys have a few issues with their building, I would say. You did a few things wrong, my friends. You did a lot of things wrong, my friends. Oh dear, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? This is guys, you have some issues down there. Well, apparently they don't care about the issues. That's fine. That's great. There's something cool here now. Yeah, so right. This one reviewer said, okay, let's do this, and the rebuttal has to be submitted until Wednesday, which is in 2 days. So yeah, just add more stress to the entire stress situation. Oh dear. And but overall I was quite pleased with the reviews. Especially one reviewer started with, I enjoyed reading this manuscript. And I mean, hey, someone enjoyed what I wrote. That's awesome. That's cool. I never heard such a thing. A different reviewer said the paper presentation is excellent. I never heard the word excellent with something I did. I never heard that something I did was excellent. So this is awesome. This is really where I thought, hey, great, I did something right. Especially since I never got feedback about this manuscript from my supervisor. So it's all my work. Of course, later on it won't be all my work. I guess there will be some we involved. But yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. And I was super happy, super proud about this. But yeah, this is one of you who wanted to, or who prompted me to submit a rebuttal. And yeah, so I was then writing the first draft of this rebuttal after the end of, there's Salmon moving up the waterfall. That's realistic. That's absolutely realistic natural behavior. It's cool. Can we get closer to this? The salmon? There's a free thing. I like to investigate this thing. Alley-oop. I said alley-oop. Hey, you, Mr. Salmon guy. Do you like to look at me? Hello. Well, that's interesting. Cool. Sweet. Very sweet. Okay, let's just rest during the night. Yeah, this is what I did after the Skype calls were finished. Then I had another Skype call with about a different paper that also is due in Friday next week. So just fun, just plain old fun. And okay, the salmon is just swimming there. Cool. Yeah, so Friday, super normal work day as usual. Saturday was nice, was really nice. Did a quick trip with my parents just to relax a bit and enjoyed my time. So this was really a nice thing to regain some energy. Later that day, I received feedback from my advisor about my the paper I was writing together with a friend, and yeah, there were a few things where I thought, okay, I'm not really sure if this is going the right way, so had to, because I'm curious, I really want to be on the safe side. So it's not that I want to say, hey, I don't believe you, or I want to defend myself, or I want to argue against you, or so. No. It was just like, hey, that's interesting what you're doing here, what you suggest, but I do have a few questions about this because of our experimental design and so on. So yeah, I just wanted to be on the safe side, and there were multiple things, and so wrote an email, and apparently this email was not good because it resulted in some other troubles, and this was bad thing about about Saturday. Also, there was one thing. I'm quite sure. I'm really sure it wasn't meant the way, and maybe, and it's also because I'm very stressed that I most likely misinterpreted something, and I mean that's not good. But one little small thing really got me angry, and yeah, I don't know. It's really bad because I don't want to be angry or so, and but I think it's really the combination of being super stressed and reading things where you think, okay, this is not fair. So yeah, this is a little bit annoying or bad that I'm quite annoyed, or that I was quite annoyed about this. But yeah, oh well, this happened, and this really, well, I was really angry that the entire evening on Saturday. So this was a little bit sad, but oh well, that's what happened. And yeah, have to also work on myself to see things a little bit more relaxed, I guess. And yeah, not sure. A a few things are still a little bit unclear, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what exactly caused this misunderstanding, because I just wanted to clarify a few things and try to understand things properly, but this then was apparently perceived as if I since that I want to argue against my advisor, so which was never my intention. So all in all, it caused some more hassle, and that's always annoying and always bad. But ooh, fire, forest fire. Careful, chicken. Oh dear, what is this guy doing? Chicken, you're okay. You're a very brave chicken. Okay, you should. Oh dear, this is ending poorly for this poor chicken. Let's just move on. Yeah, and then there was Sunday morning, and had some lunch at my parents'. So this was all good. Was nice, relaxing. My train back home left on 2:45. Normally it takes me 3 hours 45 minutes or so to get from Berlin to my town using the train. In this case, I thought, okay, Sunday evening we had a meeting or an appointment. We wanted to go out to a bar with colleagues and friends, because we got some new colleagues and we wanted to introduce them to the team and just have a nice evening. So I wanted to go there, and I thought, okay, with the train arriving around 6:30 at my town, I have plenty of time to get back home, to record Sunday's episode of the Coffee Break, to I think I got all the pixels, this is good, to record Sunday's episode of the Coffee Break, and to get to the location where we wanted to meet. Well, as you might guess, since there was no episode on Sunday, things went wrong. Things went really south. And yeah, it started with the first train. As you know, I have to change trains, but the first train at first stopped suddenly in the middle of the track. So we were out in the nowhere, and we stood there, and we just got an information later on that, okay, we are now continuing with our journey. So everything's fine, continued. Then we stopped again. And I thought, okay, this might be bad. It's not good when you stop for the second time out in the nowhere without any information before that. So yeah, then we got the information from the train guy that, okay, there are some indications we have to check in the locomotive. We stood there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. Then we got a new information. Okay, the indication that there was a heat warning, and we found a very, very hot spot inside of the locomotive. In this case, we will continue with our journey soon, but with reduced speed, and once we reach the next train station, this train will end. This train has a mechanical failure, so you all have to leave this train, and we will inform you how to do this. So I thought, great. That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's pure class. Also, before going to the meeting with my friends, I wanted to meet up with a different friend, and I was constantly writing, texting her and saying, hey, well, there are some delays, which is bad. I was really angry about this, because one time I really have something to do in the evening. I really wanted to do something. I was looking forward to do something, and was dependent on arriving in time. Then, of course, things have to go south. Why do always those things have to happen? So, yeah, after standing for additional 5 minutes or so, we finally continued, and we got to the train station. There, we had to wait for 15 minutes or so. Then the next train that brought us to the train station where I normally would have had to change trains. Unfortunately, we just missed the train that would have brought me to the train station or to my town, with only 1 hour delay to the time I would normally arrive. But we missed it. We missed it by a couple of minutes. So we had to wait there for an additional hour. This hour was extended because the next train then had a delay of 20 minutes in total. Awesome, just great. I mean, winter finally is there. Well, not winter, but fall. It's finally getting cold. And yeah, I was dressed for sitting in a train and not dressed for standing outdoors. So, and not moving because I have to wait. So this caused another problem. And yeah, just great. In the end, instead of arriving at 6:30, I arrived at 9 p.m. So I immediately rushed to the bar where we wanted to meet. I luckily got something to eat there. They haven't closed the kitchen, so this was good. Was then still a very fun evening. Had a lot of fun. Met later that evening with my friend. Well, my friend was also there, and she brought me back home, which was really nice because I still had my backpack and the laptop bag and so on. So it was nice that I wasn't required to carry the thing back home or so. So in the end, everything turned out well, but until I was home, it was already past 11 or so, and yeah, then I was just tired, and I wasn't able anymore to record the coffee break episode. So this brings us to today. Today was a quite tired day because I was quite exhausted from the journey back home. The night from Saturday to Sunday wasn't that great because I was still angry, and this reduced the amount of sleep I got. So all in all, I was quite tired, and this entire day was relatively well. I did a few good things. I finished the rebuttal. I worked a little bit on a paper, so I was productive. But I really noticed, okay, I'm not that good today, and I left in time. This time was just a normal work day, so just normal working hours, not the normal usual extended additional 2 hours of work, 3 hours of work or so. No, this time I left in time. And by the way, I just remember that I bought some cheese. I want to put on my, oh dear, so many bad guys. I want to put on my bread for dinner. And by the way, speaking of bread, I just remember that, oh schnapples, I just remember that the bread is still in the freezer. Shoot! I can put some cheese that is still lying in my car, which probably is frozen by now, on a chunk of frozen bread. Great. That's fun. Oh dear, why? Okay, guess once I finish recording this episode, I have to rush outdoors, rescue the cheese, and put the bread on the heater or so to thaw it. Shoot. All right. Yeah. This sums up my my weekend and the last days, and that's also the explanation why no Sunday episode but a Monday episode. And with that, we are at the end of this episode. I really hope you enjoyed this and you had some fun with my misery or so. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you again in the next episode. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you.